Coming to checker flag, buddy.
You got the strength. You got the power.
Oh, good job, boys. Oh, yes. Very good job. Very good job.
You got the power.
Welcome to the streets of St. Petersburg, Florida, with the running of the Honda Grand Prix of St. Petersburg.
Team Penske has become Team Australia with the addition of Will Power and the absence of Helio Castroneves, who for 10 years has been part of Team Penske.
You know, I know how Will's feeling today. They're big shoes to fill of Helio's, but he's just such a great driver. He's been doing such a great job throughout winter testing and qualifying, and hopefully we can have a good race today. Hopefully he can just stay right behind me the whole time, and that'll be just perfect. But no, he's a great driver, and you know, we're excited to have him aboard.
And you feel the team, or you feel the shoes of Sam Hornish Jr. Now he's in NASCAR. And what is it like being in those shoes of Helio Castroneves?
Yeah, they're pretty big shoes to fill, but you know, like Ryan said, we've been working away in the winter testing, and it's, you know, it's a real honor to drive for Roger. And you know, I want to make the most of the opportunity. Got a real good teammate in Ryan, and you know, it'd be great to have two cars on the podium today.
I think he's really looking forward to this experience, Jack, and I don't think you could ask for a much better team to be with.
As the green flag, and we are underway at St. Pete. The battle toward turn number one. Look at this, 5 wide as they head in there. Who's going to come out ahead? Oh, a nice move by Dario Franchitti. And we have the pole sitter Graham Rahal sideways in turn one.
And he was hit. He was hit on the left rear. It was Dario Franchitti, and the green car came up the inside. Very aggressive. Oh, it looked like Mike Conway off to the right. Also in trouble.
Down the straightaway, completing another lap. Now we go back and talk about his teammate, Will Power, in the number 3 car, at least at this point in the season.
Will Power is absolutely showing that he's got the speed. And the one thing that the guys need to do at Team Penske is just manage Will Power. Say, hey, you already got the job here. You're doing a good job. We just need to bring you home. And if they can have him run all day, the results will come.
Oh, we just had a change. I believe we just had a change. Power just went off Briscoe.
All kinds of things happening. Edmonton may have its share of cold and winter weather, but today bright sunshine and very comfortable temperatures for the 11th stop on the 2009 IndyCar schedule, the Rexall Edmonton Indy. Dario Franchitti and Paul Tracy both pitted while we were doing the recap, and since Will has got around Marco Andretti, he has put the interval back up to over 4.5 seconds.
A little bit of differential deciding on which tires you want to be on. Now, Will Power's like, oh, time to pit.
And that is his in lap. Hopefully the lap right there, he put in a blistering one just to give himself a little bit of gap.
So Will Power comes in for his top. Ryan Briscoe, by the way, has gotten around Helio Castroneves.
Oh, but Castroneves is in.
Yeah, just went in for a pit stop. So did EJ Viso, and Will Power is away. On board with Will Power, and this could be a 1-2-3 finish for Team Penske, although Scott Dixon right now is preventing that from happening. But as you can see, the last time that they swept the first 3 positions in a race was in '94 at Nazareth, Pennsylvania, when Paul Tracy was the winner. Right now it's Power, Castroneves, Dixon, and Briscoe. He's going to cross the line here in a moment, and that will be 5 laps to go.
So that will be a full course.
Wow, with 2 laps to go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. Exciting for all of us from our vantage point. Not so exciting for Will Power.
Yep. White flag comes out with the caution flags, and so we will end this race under caution. Here the twin checkers, and Will Power now officially is the winner of the Rexall Edmonton Indy for 2009. Great win and a great drive for Will Power. We'll be back to talk with him in just a moment here on Versus.
Here we go. We're green at St. Petersburg. Will Power working on Tony Kanaan for third place.
He's not only working, he's on him, and Tony Kanaan's going to have to start looking in his mirrors.
Head to head on pit road. Track position at stake on a crucial last stop. Power, Castroneves, Conway, Hunter-Reay, and Sato, the top 5 coming in.
And the Penske teammates make their way down pit road. The 12 of Will Power will pull into his pit box first. He's happy with the car, made the one bobble, but they said, we're good to go, keep your head on. They take the tires off, put the red sticker tires on. Meanwhile, the 3 of Elio Castroneves, he makes his way into his pit box. He's already pitted and pulling out right now. Elio put on scuffed red tires. Talk about exciting down here, Alan.
And surprise, surprise. Power's leading, and he's followed by Castroneves.
Down to the final corner. He won 3 of the last 5 races to end 2013. He keeps the momentum going to start 2014. Checkered flag, and the win at St. Petersburg goes to Will Power.
Carefully, I would say carefully.
Doubled up for the start. Here they come to the front stretch. Pace car is off. The first of the duel in Detroit is coming to the green.
We are green.
So what's happening now is that Will Power's being able to gap himself between him and Rahal.
Sorry, Bristow's got 2. Let's watch Kanaan. He's got none.
Your heart's racing, your hands are sore, your
This is the closest he's been. This is the closest he's been to him since this last stint started.
He's going to have to find a way to really stuff it inside in this last couple of corners if he's going to have a way to go. There's his last push to pass.
Whoa, and Power comes out sideways.
Checkered flag is in the air to the finish line. With his 2nd win of the season comes Will Power for Team Penske.
Good job, boys. Good job, boys. Awesome.
Will Power on the front row, Tony Kanaan on the outside. It was close in qualifying, but Power, surprisingly, he admitted that himself. I didn't expect to be on pole, but he is. It's the ABC Supply Wisconsin 250. Very straightforward, 250 laps of the Milwaukee Mile. Let's go!
And Power got a great jump, but Takuma Sato checked up the back half of the field. But Power came off of 4 extremely well, and you see everybody trying to get around Sato, who was just slow to start. I wonder if he was in the wrong gear. Will's got to make a smart decision here. He's trying to force the issue up the outside. He gets a toe off of Wilson, and he's back, and he's making a move on Wilson now to put him a lap down.
Is this a championship drive that we're watching right now? Is Will Power a changed man? It's the 3rd time in his career that he has led the championship with 3 to go. He might not have a choice. Look at Kanaan, same corner, and Power responds. This is a carbon copy of the lap before.
I tell you what, Kanaan is so quick in, but then loses power and momentum halfway through, and Power keeps it wide and high.
And then you've got Justin Wilson desperately trying to stay on the lead lap, so if he gets a yellow, he'll pack right back up. I think Will Power's got to be smart here. Tony Kanaan, not a big threat for the championship, only wants to win today. And Power has to protect the equipment.
Race leader is in. Team Penske's Will Power, the only one on the strategy of their choice, of their call. How's this going to work out for them, Marty?
Lee with a dominant car all day long. Tim Cindric reminded him, make sure you do not speed on pit road. 0 complaints from Power on that last run. He wanted no changes in the car. They put the fresh rubber on. We'll see how this plays out. First time all day long, he's pitted earlier than Kanaan.
It was only a couple years ago. You would never consider Power a factor on the oval, but that win at Fontana and now a brilliant drive at Milwaukee, leading flag to flag. It's been a great day.
Never won here at this track. Will Power wins at the Milwaukee Mile.
Here at Milwaukee today, why not give the car a kiss? It was pretty incredible today. Will Power in victory lane here in Milwaukee.
Final race of the season, Marty.
Will Power will have to watch the traffic coming to pit road. You see him slide in behind James Hinchcliffe. The only word from Will Power this entire run was great. Tim Cindric said, how's the car? He said, great. No changes the last 3 stops for Will Power. Chassis is outstanding, and they have made their way, Lee, into the top 5. He was running 5th when he came to pit road.
Mistake. Power went low. Look for that number 12 Verizon Chevy. There it is. Down on the inside, he passes his teammate Helio Castroneves. Or does he? It could be Penske 3 wide.
He's on new tires, but we've seen nobody venture that low. Look at the dust coming off the back of Power's car.
Wow, they're right beside each other. Castroneves and Power, wheel to wheel.
This is the battle for the championship. If they touch, it could be devastating for Castroneves for his run.
Unbelievable. I can't even believe what I'm seeing right now, you know?
Oh, look at this.
He's slicing through traffic, trying to make a run now on Kanaan.
Dixon on the high line, Kanaan on the low line. Power has come from 20th, right down low, and he's going to take the lead of this race.
This is the kind of stuff that's gotten Will in trouble before, but he wants to win now. He has turned his ears back, and he's going.
From the last row of the grid to the lead of the MAV TV 500. Power out in front. But we look for that Verizon Chevrolet to come to the line for Will Power to be the 2014 champion. He comes down the back straight. This has been the wait. This has been the moment that everybody has spoken about, that Will Power has waited for. 3 times he has been denied an IndyCar championship. Well, not anymore. Will Power is an IndyCar champion. He does it for Team Penske, and finally the agony's over.
We'll present the Astor Cup to Will Power, your 2014 Verizon IndyCar Series World Champion.
Power's going to have to start passing cars. There's not that many laps to go.
Got to get around Serbia quick here. Power looking in the draft. Breaks to the outside, and he'll get to 3rd place. 6 laps to go.
What a story for Stefan Wilson. Does he have enough fuel?
Oh, he's going to have the pits. And Harvey pits.
In the pits.
And Will Power takes the lead at Indianapolis with 4 laps to go.
You be the leader, my man.
This is where it's more difficult on the team and the spouse. You're driving the car. You know what you're doing out there. The team right now only sees you come back the front stretch all the time. The spouse, the same thing. For Liz, she's just got to wonder if he'll make it to the end.
You hear the radio call, clear by 40 car lengths, 2 corners to go. Fans on their feet waving and cheering. He'll never be introduced the same way again. From now on, it'll be Will Power, Indianapolis 500 winner for 2018. Checkered flag, Power and Penske win it.
Yes, Jeremy Reese back. You're the man, you're the man. Hell of a job there, big guy. Good job, number 12. Oh, great job, guys. Great, thank you. You're a hell of a man there all day. You won it. Thank you, sir.
It's the Chevrolet Detroit Grand Prix. Do we see green? We sure do. And it's a kind of jumbled up field as Josef Newgarden takes the green, but look at the rest of the pack.
Will Power actually did also start on the primary tires back in 16th, so he is moving through the field aggressively as we look at Will Power here making a move on Connor Daly. Connor's in the middle of the track into turn 3 trying to defend, but a late pop. Wow, almost already at their turning point.
Well, Josef Newgarden certainly keeping an eye, not only on his teammate Will Power, who continues to make passes, but also Rossi, and the point that you made a moment ago, Hinch, he is tearing through the field on those primary tires.
This is like in sports car racing. If you're in GT, it feels like a prototype's passing you. Newgarden on that softer tire right now, just trying to hang on and minimize time loss at this point, not trying to defend. As Will Power, Marty, he's going to have to go 20 laps on reds to the finish.
Yeah, the leader Will Power coming down pit road, as you mentioned. Townsend going to have 20 laps on these alternate tires, and that will be the longest we've seen anyone run all day long. The important number to remember, 21.5. That was the gap he had to Alexander Rossi when he came down down pit road. Will almost stalled it leaving his pit stall. He's going to have a huge lead here, but can he hang on for these final 20 laps on tires that will fall off very quickly?
If I'm Will Power, my almost under-driving a little bit to make sure I don't catch Jack Harvey and get into that dirty air to wear the tires more.
You just saw that last 3-lap comparison. Rossi is getting faster, Power getting slower lap by lap.
Out of turn 13, out of turn 14, the Chevrolet Detroit Grand Prix, the last one at Belle Isle, is won by Will Power. How about that? Chased all the way home. Let's have a family swim. Isn't it incredible as Will goes in first and says, oh boy, that's cold.
As the rest of the Verizon crew decides to celebrate, that water cold and shallow, I must add.
But worth it.
Oh, you better believe
He needs an ice bath after that. That's a tough one. That's a physical race.
We just got word that race control will extend to allow one-time lap. It is all on the line for everybody here on Sticker Cold Reds. They can get temperature, they can get spacing, but can the tires really be optimized just in time?
Lots of green, even below the line. Rosenquist, Eilert, Palou goes to P3. Power's all of a sudden on the bubble.
Yeah, his team's going to need to give him the update. Stay after it here. 20 seconds left. Here's the line, so we got one more time lap. But I think he's coming in.
All the way to the top, though. That should be enough to get him through.
Will Power tied with Mario for 67. Mario has endorsed this push. He has encouraged Will Power to go and get that record, and it could fall today.
He's done everything right so far, advancing through the first 2 rounds as Power drops the clutch and sends it off.
This is the one.
Understeer in turn 10.
He's the only guy I see using that yellow curb on the entry, on the mid-corner there, the apex curve.
That looked really good from Will Power, though, in turn 11.
A record-breaking pole position on the line here, and the absolute best seat in the house for the championship finale. The championship leader, Will Power, just waiting.
Oh. There we go.
There it is, it's real. And there is Mario Andretti. Congratulations, Will Power, the greatest qualifier in IndyCar history. 68 pole positions.
About championship this weekend, but now he's thinking about that. 68 career poles for Will Power. Nobody better in IndyCar history.
He told us at the line that he needs to get a good jump. That red and black Verizon car is the championship leader on championship day here at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca. Let's finish this 22 championship off. Ericsson jumped out of line. Power gets a good clean start in the Firestone Grand Prix of Monterey. Rossi on the inside in that pink and blue machine.
David Malukas 3 wide now. Pato Award on the inside of Alexander Rossi. Look at madness behind. Looks like Helio Castroneves off. Felix Rosenquist dropping wheels into 3. Will leads.
It's championship day, and here's a couple of champions on screen in the NTT Data Honda. That's Alex Palou, who just went by Will Power for the lead of this race.
He's been calm on the radio, other than, remember, we heard him talking about he didn't like the wing change made during the second stint. So what are they planning for the final stint? Here comes Will Power with the championship lead. Remember, he doesn't need to win the race. He just needs to stay in front and control. He's got a set of sticker blacks for this Firestone. Instead, he's back out of Speedway Fuel.
A little bit of a slow.
And it was beautiful yesterday afternoon to watch the legend Mario Andretti come into the media scrum where Will was surrounded after getting the NTT P1 award, to hug him and shake his hand and say, well done, you're a deserving record holder. And Will countered that by saying, oh, I'm not sure about that. When you were racing, it was so much more dangerous, and you know the tracks that you had to race on, and so it was a little bit of a mutual admiration society. A couple of legends of the sport. Alex finishes on the highest possible note to be the 9th different winner this year. While this is what it feels like to be a champion. Riding home. It has been a long time. 2014 was his first NTT INDYCAR Series championship. He is a long way from home, a long way from Toowoomba, Queensland, Australia. but Will Power joins some very famous names as a two-time NTT INDYCAR Series champion. Power has done it.
In order to celebrate the champion, we need him up here. Everyone, the two-time IndyCar champion, Will Power. Bo's going to go with Mom over there. Let's also welcome up to the stage the president of Team Penske.
They crest the hill to see the green flag, and the XPEL Grand Prix here at Road America is away. Linus Lundqvist in that blue and white American Legion Honda leads the field. His teammate Marcus Armstrong in the green car tucks in behind, and here around the outside comes Kyle Kirkwood. Oh no! Linus Lundqvist has spun, and so too has Armstrong.
I believe Alex Palou, Marcus Armstrong in that green Ridgeline Honda, teammates to Linus Lundqvist. I think the nose of Armstrong got into the back of the pole setter Lundqvist gearbox, and that's a disaster for that race team, Chip Ganassi.
This is Will Power, the Verizon Chevy.
His teammate Newgarden right in front. There's the hit on Colton Herta. At this point, you start to wonder, with one more pit stop to go, where do they stand on push to pass? How many of the 200 seconds did they have to use to get to this point, to get to this running order? And Will Power in the best shape of Team Penske, 95 to 74 and 73.
Here's the Verizon Chevy of Will Power. He holds the fastest lap in this race.
I'm not sure it's going to be enough to stay in front of Newgarden. That was such an impressive exchange for Josef. Will now dives into the pits.
Pit this time, watch.
Pressure's on the 12 crew, on the 12 driver. Hit your marks. No mistakes.
Marty standing by. This is going to play out very interestingly, Marty.
Boy, Lee, for the better part of this race, Team Penske has been 1, 2, 3, and interestingly, those three cars on the final stop of the day pit on 3 different laps. Will Power coming down pit road, and of note, he has more push to pass left for this race than his other teammates. So Power, no complaints with the handling of the car, gets those sticker primary tires on the 12 car, and a quick stop for the 12 bunch. We'll see where he cycles out.
Here we go. Push on the outlap. Newgarden's cresting the hill. Is this going to work for Will Power? Have a look at this. The Verizon Chevy leapfrogs not only McLaughlin, but Josef Newgarden as well.
The overcut is the move, guys. Josef went a lap longer than McLaughlin, extended that gap, then Power a lap longer than Josef, and look at that. That is a nice, healthy gap. Even with the cold tires, he's got to get up to temp.
Just to underscore how much this victory is going to mean to Will Power. He went 16 consecutive seasons with at least one win. And then you go winless last year? He's like, what's going on? I got to get back to the winner's circle. And then already through 6 races this year, it didn't come. And that's been a point of frustration. However, his consistency has been amazing.
He's had a couple podium finishes, finished second on a few times as well. And he kept saying, man, I'm so sick and tired of finishing second. But when you keep putting yourself in that position, you keep running up front, having those mistake-free races, eventually the brakes are going to fall your way, and this was not anything falling his way. This one was earned throughout the entire race, and a great final pit cycle, saving the fuel when he need to and putting on the power when it called for it.
But today, here at Road America, the XPEL Grand Prix is all about Will Power. Power ends a 2-year winless drought by winning here.
Congrats. Finally.
Finally.
Boy, that didn't take long. Oh, man. There you go, well-deserved win. We have to fight for all of them. Guys deserve that. Feel great that we finally win a race.
Will Power and his Verizon Chevy gives us the checkered flag moment of the race, brought to you by Advanced Auto Parts. Oh, he's been waiting a long time to do this. To celebrate as an IndyCar winner again.
As they make their way through turn 12, as they put their feet to the floor and accelerate in to the run to turn 1. Pato Award with a good start, but look at Rosenqvist coming up alongside the McLaren man, moving to the outside as Palou gets swamped around him. Everybody making it through pretty neat and tidy. No big crash there, and that is job one done. Palou with a little wobble on exit, and he's managed to get his way past David Malukas, but it's Pato O'Ward who leads from Felix Rosenqvist. Oh! Big hit. That is big.
That was a fist for a body blow. About 30 seconds of time lost on pit lane, so that's what Will Power will look to do, as this guy's probably the most important weekend for Team Penske to right their horrible season. Penske's drivers now sit first, third, and fourth. A big opportunity to get things on track today.
Will Power leads the race here in Portland from Christian Lundgaard, Felix Rosenqvist, and Alexander Rossi. But critically, Townsend, James, he has not yet and must still use the hard compound tire. Everybody behind him just has to run softs to the conclusion of this race.
A little bit of feathering on that right front tire. If you just keep an eye on it, you see the little lines start to appear. Ware's definitely coming, and he's catching lap traffic. That's going to slow him down as well. So it's, I was just going to say, it's a good time to maybe duck in before these lap cars slow him down. He's on the push to pass. You know he's trying to get to the pit as quickly as possible.
Going to be fascinating to see where he comes out. Last time he pitted, he came out just ahead of Felix Rosenqvist, who was at the lead of his particular pack at that moment. The driver he is pretty much assured to come out almost at the exact same point of the track as right now is Christian Lundgaard. Let's see where he comes out. Jack is waiting for him though down on pit lane.
I am, and they are already set up with that black sidewall hard tire. This has been such an impressive run for Will. We've already said how good this 12 team are with pit stops, and right now there is a little bit of a bubble there. Finally down pit lane.
Long fuel for Will Power, but only 7.1 seconds stopped. He exits pit lane. Whereabouts is Christian Lundgaard, and only now is Lundgaard coming down and past pit exit. Power retakes his position ahead of Lundgaard with ease. There is Lundgaard at the top of your picture. There is Power at the bottom of your picture on the harder tire, has track position, and has now to try and hang on. Think about what this means now with less than 20 laps to go for each of the three drivers occupying the podium positions. For Will Power, a first win of the season in what has been a horrible season for Penske. Potentially a job-saving victory.
No wins to this point, but how amazing for the guy whose job sits on the bubble to be the one today. What a position that puts the team in going forward.
Yeah, you'd be remiss to not mention, Newgarden had a couple great shots at wins, things beyond his control, took him out of contention, but that, as they say, is racing. This guy has been calm and steady all season long, highest running Penske in the points right now in 9th, and this would be a great result and jump him up to 6th position.
Dare you get rid of the man who has led this team year after year, who has more poles, who is faster than any driver in the history of this series, who will win once again. Will Power returns to victory lane and puts Penske back on the top step of the podium.
Oh, good job, boys, all weekend. Very good job, very good job.